Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to a Cup of Joe. Have a brief one this morning. We started revival this week. It's called the Breakout Revival at my church, World Harvest Roswell on Hardscrabble Road. This lovely shirt that I'm wearing is from something that we have coming up in March the 7th through the 9th, called Encounter, which is 2.5 days of no social media, no phones, no computers or anything. It's just an encounter with God. And if I could be honest with you all, can I be honest with y'all? It's the most amazing 2.5 days that you will ever experience to date. Like, from the time that you actually go through Encounter, everything before is a wash. It's a done deal. And the reason being because God, the focus is not on other things or other people or what they've done. The focus is on you. Anyhow, today in Cup of Joe, God just put in my spirit 2 days ago that it's benefit season. Forget cuffing season, it's benefit season. On Saturday, the last Cup of Joe, episode 22. This is Cup of Joe, episode 23, entitled Benefit Season. So on Saturday, I taught on prate. And what prate is praying and waiting. It's the waiting period between prayer and the answer. You've prayed and prayed and prayed, and now what? Well, God says it's benefit season. Everything that you have been interceding and believing for, everything that you have gone through and have applied faith to, has allowed God to turn it into a miracle opportunity. God has the master key in his hand, and he's about to unlock your breakthrough. There's a shift going on in the spirit, and it's happening, and a longing for God like never before from so many people because of storms that they're going through. And I keep talking about, I keep interweaving storms and wilderness and desert situations that are going on in people's lives, because I know so many people going through stuff, and including myself. But there's a shift happening in the spirit and a longing for God like never before. For those of you that have been in a storm or wilderness, God said it's benefit season, and he's about to unlock the floodgates of heaven in your life. There's about to be a reveal in the spirit and a restoration of God's children. And what God told me about this reveal is there's been many people that the enemy has dropped a veil over their eyes, or I bring it into current terms. A lot of people have been watching and talking about Bird Box. But in the spirit, it's the same thing. Your eyes are covered and you don't see. You don't see what's going on. And God has allowed it to go on so that people will become so broken and desperate for him, because he's all that they have left at that opportunity once they are broken and just at their lowest of lows. Mine was last year, and he broke me. But it was the best thing it's the best thing anything or anybody has ever done for me. Because it was in that brokenness that I actually found myself. And I was able to be honest with myself. The enemy tried to take you out, but God is here to break you out. Last night launched revival at my church, World Harvest, as I said, Roswell, and there was a move of God that took place there. A pastor by the name of Danny D'Angelo from San Francisco. The San Francisco treat is what my pastor called him. But he was there and he spoke on our theme for the year, breaking out. He went on to read us a story about Samson and how Samson activated his faith. And most of the time when people speak about Samson, they only speak of his strength, or they speak of the Delilah situation, or they speak of how he, ended up just going to like a dark place in his walk with Christ. that inevitably led to his destruction? Well, he taught us a different portion, or he taught on a different portion. And he taught us or preached on when Samson activated his faith in the desert by crying out to God for water. Samson had been fighting and fighting, and he was tired, he was weak, he was thirsty. Whenever we're tired, weak, thirsty, any of those situations, that's when the devil likes to attack. And I spoke on that before. I can't urge you enough to cry out to God during those moments, because the enemy will come in and he will do numbers on you. He will run numbers on you, like seriously. But Samson cried out to God for water. God is ready to answer you. You just got to be willing to believe. You got to believe without dwindling. The reason that you're even in a storm or a wilderness or a desert is because God wants to prepare you for a next level blessing. Will it consume you, or will it fine tune you? He knows what he's doing. Trust the God of the universe. Even a glimpse of his glory will ratify his promises. Many of us have focused on the wrong part of the battles that we face. We focus on the negative so much. We focus on the issue, whatever it is that's attacking us. We focus so hard on that we lose focus of God. And the thing is, if we focus on God, we don't have to worry about focusing on that, because he focuses on that. He is the only one that can change it anyway. You can't. You can't change it. You got to just let it go and allow him the opportunity to do what he does. And that's perform miracles. We talk about it all the time, but we just don't believe it. It is so easy to look at our situation and the scattered puzzle pieces. But God. But God. He is so good to us. If you slow down long enough to notice everything that God does for you, or everything that God has done for you, and he will show you and he will tell you just some of the things that he wants to do for you and through you, and it will blow your mind. God is the creator, the instructor, the teacher, and he is here. And that promise that seems so out of reach is about to cash out. And the war that was waged against your life is about to end. It's benefit season. God has a cash out that's coming, you all, for his people that tap into his goodness, and his glory is about to drop a Roth IRA blessing in your life. You just got to believe, and you got to line up and be ready to receive. That's the word for the day. Thank you all for joining Cup of Joe. Thank you all for tuning in. Now or later, it does not matter to me. Please share these videos. Hashtag Cup of Joe supporter. Get people interested in it. I put up the YouTube page, Joe Supporter. I started the it's Cup of Joe Supporter. Everything is Cup of Joe Supporter. The YouTube page. No. Everything is Cup of Joe Supporter. The actual email address is Cup of Joe, SUPP 0RTER. They wouldn't let me put supporter in my name for some reason. But anyhow, I hope that you all are intentional about waking up today, having a great day, and do that thing that Joyce Meyer said. Before your feet hit the ground, confess. Something good is going to happen to me, and something good is going to happen through me. You all have a great day. Happy Monday to everybody. I will talk to you all on Wednesday.